Coming up on Hashtag That, we go over the highs and lows of the past week and rank the top 5 Disney Channel movies of all time.
And we debate some festive topics for the upcoming holidays. We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
Good evening and welcome to Hashtag That. I'm Kyle Lavasser.
And I'm Rachel Wilson. There has been some good and bad news in the entertainment world. Joel Vanner has this week's highs and lows. Joel?
Thanks, Rachel. Last episode I started with the highs, so let's start with the lows. Tyga is in legal hot water once again. The rapper was sued for not paying Alex Benedict, the person leasing Tyga's red 2016 Ferrari 488, after Benedict made an agreement with Tyga for him to take over payments of the vehicle and use it. Since Tyga didn't pay him, Benedict had to have the car repossessed in August. After that repossession, the two entered into another agreement for Tyga to lease the car, but once again, Tyga did not keep up his end and the Ferrari was repossessed again earlier this month. Benedict is seeking $150,000 in punitive damages and attorney fees from Tyga. Brady Bunch fans had a tough week as America's mom, Florence Henderson, passed away at the age of 82. She was best known for her role as Carol Brady in the hit sitcom The Brady Bunch. Celebrities that knew Henderson posted their memories of her, as well as prayers for her family. And now, for the highs. We move into the highs. Donda's House, a non-profit foundation named after Donda West, Kanye West's mother, has purchased Kanye's childhood home to be turned into a community arts center. Rhymefest, who established this non-profit with Kanye, claimed that this purchase will be the first of many. Donda fostered a collaborative and creative environment in her home, providing recording equipment to local youth. The purchase house will be turned into a state-of-the-art recording studio and a curriculum space. Keeping with the encouragement attitude Donda established, Kanye has publicly struggled with his mother's death since she passed away in 2007. Singer Pink has announced she is expecting a second child with former motocross racer and current husband, Carey Hart. Pink spoke about the effect that this child will have on Willow, her current daughter, who is 5 years old, saying that she wants Willow to have family beyond just her mother and father. Caitlyn Jenner took to the Twitter world to provide us all with updates on her long-awaited memoir. Jenner released the title of her memoir, The Secrets of My Life, and the release date, April 25th, 2017. Jenner said that this memoir will contain her transition from Bruce to Caitlyn and beyond. That's it for your highs and lows of this week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thank you, Joel. Disney Channel used to have some of the best movies to watch growing up. Carrie Golden ranks her top 5 best Disney movies of all time. Carrie, what do you got?
Over the years, Disney Channel has had its best and worst movies ever made. Tonight, I will share with you which ones I feel have been Disney Channel's best, and of course, my favorite. Number 5, Camp Rock. Camp Rock stars Demi Lovato and the Jonas Brothers and tells the story of Michi Torres, an aspiring music writer who gets the chance to attend Camp Rock and work alongside professionals. However, Michi doesn't realize how tough the competition will be and has to work even harder to find herself as an artist. So I chose Camp Rock because I feel that Demi Lovato, she's just a strong musical artist, and combining with the Jonas Brothers, who were also a huge boy band at the time, they had the hearts of many teens, it was just such a strong combination, made such a musically talented movie. And also, I remember going to premiere parties at my friends' houses, so this is one of the memories I have of that. Coming in at number 4, Cadet Kelly. When fashionista Kelly Collins, played by Hilary Duff, gets a new stepdad, she also has to go to a new school, military school. Her stepdad, Joe, is head of the George Washington Military Academy and forces Kelly to be enrolled in the school. Kelly struggles to fit in, especially with Captain Jennifer Stone. Kelly goes to prove she is tougher than everyone thinks she is, especially after she joins the drill team. So I chose this one because as a child, I was a huge Hilary Duff fan. I watched Lizzie McGuire religiously, and I also loved Christy Carlson Romano, who is the voice of Kim Possible. So also the two of them coming together, I just felt that it was such a strong movie. Their personalities are so opposite, which made the movie even stronger. And it was a different type of movie for Disney Channel. You have a military style movie, which is not usually what Disney Channel kind of makes. So it was really a big change up at the time for Disney Channel. Coming in at number 3, Right on Track. Based on a true story, sisters Erica and Courtney Enders love drag racing, and as junior drag racers, come out on top. Erica and Courtney constantly take the criticism of other racers as they believe they can't race because they're girls. Despite what others say, the sisters continue to race, and today even hold national titles in drag racing. So I chose this movie because it really reminds me of my dad. My dad loves stock car races, and he goes to them all the time in the summer and always brings me with him. So watching this movie it kind of brings up memories of me and my dad watching this together as a little girl, and I just always think of him whenever I see it or whenever I watch it. So my number 2 is also an oldie but a goodie, Double Teamed. Double Teamed is another film based on real-life sisters Heidi and Heather Berg, who go to a small school and play volleyball. However, their dad realizes they need to go to a bigger school in order to get scholarships for college. Once they attend school, the basketball coach sees the height of the twins and gets them to play on the team. Heidi is sick of being in her sister's shadow and wants to be in the drama club, but their dad continues to force them to play despite the fact that they don't get along well. Both Heidi and Heather continue to play and eventually develop careers in the WNBA. So again, I chose this one because it reminds me of my childhood. I watched this one over and over, and as a child I played basketball, and I also had a really strong interest in theater, so I really related to Heidi, and I always kind of wish that I had a sister. So watching the sisters bond in this movie kind of made me wish that I had a sister, and also just Heidi was just such a relatable character. And of course, coming in at my number 1 is The Cheetah Girls 2. A sequel to the first movie, the Cheetah Girls return for more cheetah-licious music and adventure. Galleria, Chanel, Dorinda, and Aqua get to travel to Spain to perform in an international music festival. However, the excitement of Spain leads them to venture out on their own paths, jeopardizing their chances of winning the music festival and the world tour. So I chose this movie as my number 1 because I fell in love with the first movie. I think that the music is so much better in this one. It really has more attitude to it, and as the Cheetah Girls say, it's more cheetah-licious. And also, just if you look by the picture, the fashion in this movie has so much more attitude in it. And it also really reminds me of my friend Lauren. We both learned the Amigas Cheetahs dance, so whenever I watch this movie and hear the Amigas Cheetahs song, we always do the dance. So I love this movie. I love all the characters. So that's all I have for my top 5 Disney Channel original movies. Hopefully you've seen a few of them. If not, be sure to check them out. I'm Carrie Golden. Back to Rachel and Kyle at the desk.
Thank you, Carrie. I don't know about Camp Rock being number 5. I think it was a little lowballed. Anything with my girl Demi Lovato has got to be at least a top 3 movie. And a little surprising with Cheetah Girls 2, a sequel being the number 1 movie.
I just don't know if I agree. Sorry. I mean, what kind of GCOM top movie list is complete without the look of the Irish?
True. Well, we can agree to disagree, but it's time for a commercial break. When we come back, Rachel and I will have a friendly debate on Christmas traditions. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
Coming up on Bobcat Breakdown.
And welcome into Studio 125.
So what?
40
So what?
Points. If you score 40 points in a basketball game, we all know you play Quinnipiac Intramurals. We all know you love to shoot the rock.
Well, if you think that's the most ridiculous thing you've ever heard, what I'm about to say, I guess, is going to be pretty ridiculous in your book. But I'm going to say yes, there is a controversy. I'm
line, getting ready to punch the ball as it lands right in front of another Monmouth player.
It's 9:30 Eastern, and you know what that means. Sports Pause is on the air.
Ball played up the middle. Emmanuel with a little cheat off the play.
Preseason just boils down to going after another national championship and not necessarily focusing on the one before.
MJ, it is time for our favorite part of the show. It's the top 5 plays of the week, brought to you by B&D Deli, home of the Q-Dog.
Let's talk about the first play you want to break down.
Yeah, let's break it down right away.
But the one name I'm going to throw out there is a freshman, Mika Maples.
Hello, Quinnipiac hockey fans, and welcome to the Neutral Zone.
Definitely St. Lawrence, and I think you're going to see the test coming up real soon.
It might be
having a bit of an adjustment issue without that CBS line, but don't count them out.
At High Point Solutions Arena in Game 2 of Quinnipiac vs. Northeastern Series.
Hello, my name is...
Since we left for Thanksgiving break, there have been a lot of weird news stories surfacing online.
Chris Stacy has all the latest headlines. Chris?
Chris Stacy, and today I am your source for all things weird news. Let's begin with some politics. Howard Brookings Jr. is a politician from the 21st Ward in Chicago. Recently, Brookings spoke about squirrels publicly and how they're aggressively eating through the city garbage cans. Brookings would later regret what he said about those squirrels when he was riding his bike on November 13th. When on a bike ride, a squirrel ran out in front of his bike and got wrapped up in the bike spokes, causing him to flip over the handlebars. Brookings was taken to a hospital with a skull fracture. On to the next story. The presidential election is over, but there are still headlines being made about it. There is a man in Georgia who still does not know who won the election from the beginning of November. He simply just does not want to know. His name is Joe Chandler, and he fell asleep during the election and intended to check the next morning, but just never did. And Chandler Jones has to avoid television, newspaper, and the internet so he doesn't find out who won. Chandler also walks around town with headphones so he can't hear anybody talking about presidential news. And for my last story I have for you guys today is a Nike store near Seattle had a pretty eventful Black Friday. The store was absolutely destroyed by Black Friday shoppers. The Nike orange shoe boxes were thrown everywhere and the shoes were being found all over the place. Some customers were asked about the store and it said it looked like a hurricane had passed through. The store said that there was approximately 200,000 people who passed through the store between 8 a.m. and 10 p.m. on Black Friday. In some videos put on social media by customers, you see them climbing over piles and piles of shoe boxes while the store is made even messier and messier by the shoppers. I had to work Black Friday as well, and I have to say I have never seen a mess this terrible. I feel bad for these Nike store employees. And that's all I got for you guys today. Back to you guys on the desk.
Thanks, Chris. We're now going to send it to your roommate, Drew Feinberg, who has this week's trending topics.
Hello once again, hashtag hoping you all had a happy and healthy Thanksgiving break. I'm Drew Feinberg bringing you this week's edition of Trending Topics. So let's get started and see what you all missed while on break. Rapper Kanye West was hospitalized on November 21st after reportedly having a meltdown at his personal trainer's home. This hospitalization comes just after the artist shockingly canceled the final 21 shows of his St. Pablo tour. There are many theories going around as to what caused this meltdown. Some say exhaustion, some say paranoia, and others say stress. However, it is not fully clear as to what is wrong with Kanye. Reports are claiming the situation with the rapper is so serious that he may not be released anytime soon. This next topic is something that gets me very happy anytime it's trending. Buckle up, folks, because the B movie is back and it is better than ever. In 2007, Jerry Seinfeld released the B movie. It wasn't a terrible film, but it also was not very good at the same time. Ever since its release, it has famously been known as being an internet meme. Last week, the internet meme resurfaced as YouTube videos were released parodying the movie. One in particular was a video of the whole B movie. However, the movie kept speeding up anytime the word B was used. Thinking with something a little more childish, we turn to Kermit the Frog. Most of us grew up knowing Kermit the Frog as a lovable puppet from The Muppet Show. Nowadays, he has become one of the internet's most popular memes. Now in his latest meme to surface, you know how people make decisions based on the devil and angel on their shoulders? Well, that basically describes Kermit's new internet breakthrough. In the newest viral memes, you see two Kermits, one who represents the angel and one who represents the devil. Evil Kermit, who doesn't care about any consequences, is wearing a hood, while the angel Kermit contemplates a reasonable thought, while the evil Kermit does not believe in reasonable thought. In a time where depressing news is everywhere, these Kermit memes provide much-needed comic relief. Well, that's going to do it for me in this week's edition of Trending Topics. Now back to Kyle and Rachel at the desk.
The holidays are quickly approaching. For this week's debates, we're talking about the best decorations and ways to spend the holiday.
It's the creepiest time of year again as elves on the shelf begin to make their appearances across the country. Elf on the Shelf comes from Carol Abersold and Chonda Bell's 2004 children's picture book, The Elf on the Shelf, A Christmas Tradition, and has been terrorizing children ever since. All right, that's not exactly fair, seeing as children throughout the country eagerly await the arrival of their elf each holiday season. All I know is that this child would have been completely terrified. Kyle, any burning thoughts on Elf on the Shelf?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, Rachel, and I know how you feel, obviously, that you're terrorized by these elves.
Yeah.
But I've just never been a fan. I find them kind of creepy. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm into all the other Christmas traditions, making the cookies and setting up the lights and cutting down a tree. I love all that stuff, and I think it's the best time of the year, but the Elf on the Shelf just doesn't do it for me. I never had one.
These elves are the new generation's Furbies. Like, they're demonic. And I'm afraid of them. My cousin has one. His name is Dominic. Dominic
the
sounds,
elf?
Yeah.
Not Dominic the donkey, like the song.
No, Dominic the elf.
Because I love that song, but I can't see it as an elf.
I hate them.
Well, in just a few weeks, students will be leaving from school until the spring semester starts on January 23rd. Over Christmas break, families will either be staying home or traveling for vacation. Rachel, you being from Pennsylvania and me being from Connecticut both know how cold winters can get in the Northeast. Which do you prefer, snowy or tropical Christmases?
I prefer snowy Christmases, but then right after, we usually go to Disney, so it's nice and tropical. You get that break, yeah.
Are you going away this year?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
You going to Disney again?
Mm-hmm.
That'll be fun. I'm staying home, and I prefer staying home for Christmas. I mean, I like tropical vacations in general. I love going to the beach, getting jet riders and just like relaxing, getting a nice tan. But Christmas, there's just something different about it where I feel like if I didn't have the snow and I didn't have snowball fights and sledding or hot chocolate with my family, it just wouldn't have the same vibe. So
I honestly agree completely. Unfortunately, Pennsylvania has really turned down the snow in the past few years, and last year it was 74 on Christmas Eve.
That's nuts.
It's horrifying.
It's supposed to be a winter wonderland.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know what's going on.
I agree. It was so depressing. It just didn't feel like Christmas. Like, you look outside and the sun's out, and you go outside and you're sweating, and that just doesn't say Christmas to me.
Yeah, the whole thing is just seeing all the snow and being in front of the fire and just having that feel of Christmas time. It is the best time of the year. So I think being in a tropical location kind of defeats the purpose.
Absolutely.
Well, it's time for another break. But when we come back on #that, we discuss the upcoming holiday event.
And the members of Q30, guess who they think will win. Stay with us.
Coming up on #that. We are your source for Quinnipiac's entertainment news.
#'s Holiday Hottie is almost here. Next Thursday, 5 Q30 guys will compete for the title.
We asked some Q30 members who they think will take home the win. Let's see what they have to say.
Hey, Mike Bonavita here from Sports Pause.
Hey guys, it's Carrie from the newscast.
Hey everyone, it's Phil Acree here.
Hey guys, this is Mike from the newscast.
What is up? #that viewers, MJ Baird here from Sports Pause.
Hey guys, it's Dora. For Holiday Hottie, I don't know if one person has it in the bag. There's just so much competition and great competition. There's Kirby, Joel, Badillo, Pat Pitts, and John Franklin.
So this year for the 2016 Holiday Hottie, I think the winner is going to be Pat Pitts because he always just has something good up his sleeve and he's a real crowd pleaser.
I believe that Kirby Paulson is going to be the winner of the Holiday Hottie contest simply because how can you deny that smile?
I think Pat Pitts will win the 2016 Holiday Hottie. There's just way too much of him to love for him to not get it.
Very talented selection. Going to be a really hard guess, but I think I'm going to have to go with Andrew Badillo.
So many options for the winner of Holiday Hottie, but being an avid Boston sports lover and I really enjoy the city of Boston, who can resist the thick accent of Kirby Paulson? He's my winner.
And I think Joel is going to win Holiday Hottie because he is just so sassy and he's just awesome.
This Holiday Hottie competition is in the bag. Andrew Badillo, the general manager of Q30 Television. You don't vote for the GM, you're not going to be at his nice list. Am I right?
Hi, it's Alex, and I'm really not sure who's going to win Holiday Hottie. I think we have a great group, and all 5 guys definitely have a chance of winning. I think everyone's just going to have to come to the piazza and watch to find out who wins.
Well, there's a lot of good choices. You got John Franklin, Pat Pitts, Andrew Badillo, Kirby Paulson, and Joel Vanner. Rachel, who do you think is going to take home the prize?
Kirby.
Kirby.
Yep.
Yeah, like Phil said, you can't deny that smile. For me, I got to put it on Pat Pitts.
Nah.
I think it was Tom Cunningham that said it. There's just so much to love. And that smile, too. I mean, when he's got the beard going, like he's irresistible.
Can't deny it. Can't deny it. Kirby will win.
We'll see. It is, again, December 8th at 9:30 in the Piazza. Be there. It should be a great event. It's the first time ever. And our executive producers, Alex Taglieri and Kayla Heavey, have been working tirelessly, as well as the rest of the production staff. But that's all the time we have for this week's mini show of #that. Be sure to check out this episode and plenty of others at Q30television.com.
And you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at #thatQU. Thanks for watching.